Good morning and welcome your faces back to the channel. Holy, it's been a fucking hot minute since I have actually sat down and recorded like a proper video, or let alone a vlog, bro. I have not recorded one of these videos in forever. It's been a hot minute. But how's everyone doing? I hope you guys are having a good holiday time. I hope you had a good Christmas time if you're celebrating Christmas. Today is December 29th, so this is really, we're right around the corner of the new year. 2025 is literally just 3 days shy. I wanted to do a last video for the year. I've been wanting to do a day in the life for like forever. It's been months since I have done one, and I honestly kind of miss doing day in the life. They're really some of the more fun videos that I do on the channel. Today specifically, we'll be taking a look at the brand new M4 MacBook Pro. Now here what I have in my hands is really the standard base model of the M4 MacBook Pro. It has the base storage, base RAM, base everything. The only thing that I upgraded on this one, as you'll see here as I up the brightness, is it has a nano textured display. So I'll have a close-up shot of that so you guys can see it. But that's the only thing that I've done to this MacBook. Added the nano textured display, and everything else is basically stock, if you want to say it like that. I really want to put it to the test, and I do believe that nowadays you really don't need to buy the M4 Pro, M4 Max. All of those things are just really fancy for nothing. Honestly, nowadays this is your best bang for your buck. It's just the best value, you know. It's powerful. It has all the ports. It literally has everything on it that you would need. It comes in this nice black colorway now. This is also the default color that they have. They have this one and the silver one. So really, at the end of the day, you really don't need to spend all that money. And with this video, we're going to try and put everything to the test. Right now, as it stands, battery life is basically at 100%. I only used it a little bit this morning. We're going to try and basically follow the usual like formula for the day in the life videos, where, you know, we're going to be taking it outside. We're going to be using it, putting it through a few sequences of programs, you know, this is the usual stuff when it comes to day in the life. So the new M4 MacBook Pro, let's talk about the specs on this really quick. So the model I have is really the base model, with the exception that I added the nano texture display, as it now is an option for the MacBook Pro. It has 16 gigabytes of RAM and 512 gigabytes of SSD storage. Now for a base model, these are specs that are actually quite good and more than sufficient to handle basically any daily task. Now for the majority of people, you would think, oh, maybe I should upgrade to the M4 Pro, maybe I should get the M4 Max, or upgrade to more RAM, more storage. Whilst all of those options can be good and considered when buying a MacBook Pro, I really do believe that nowadays with the new M4 and all of these base configurations, you really just get so much value, and it's not all that worth it to spend all that much. Now with that said, this matte black finish really is nice. This laptop is like the Porsche of laptops. With the recent updates, you now get Apple Intelligence available to you with all MacBooks that have an M1 chip or greater. It's still in beta mode, but it is available to you. Now since I live in Canada, I can't use it unless I change the Siri voice to English United States instead of English Canada, which is kind of weird, but again, it's in beta, so I can't really complain. Now in all honesty, I don't really like Apple Intelligence. If anything, I quite dislike it. It just feels weak in comparison to Google's Gemini and Samsung's AI. Now it really doesn't do much. It actually doesn't really help with anything. It can help you quick search things, but it seems to have its limitations on small things where it really shouldn't. I think the most I've used it is within iMessage, because it can suggest quick replies that make sense with the ongoing conversation, which will save you typing time. Now, as for the nano texture display, it's really been growing on me. I really like the matte finish and mostly the reduced glare on the screen, as that is the main focus of the nano texture display. If you were unsure about it and you were kind of on the fence in terms of upgrading with the nano texture display, the difference isn't all that crazy. So if you don't upgrade and you don't want to spend that extra money, then don't worry, you're not really missing out on much. I also wanted to kind of compare the brightness on a regular display in contrast to this nano texture display, and really the max brightness is really just about the same. Once again, the main advantage is really the cut down against glares, but everything else in terms of viewing experience is equally as good. It's nice, it's bright, it's vivid, it's super premium. It's just, again, kind of like I said, the Porsche of laptops. So without that said, you obviously can spec this up all the way to like the beefiest version, but really the point is that I really do believe that with this base model, you get everything. And listen, if you want to spend a few extra $100 to get the nano texture display, then you can go ahead and do so. If you work outside a lot, you're in bright, vivid areas, your office has a lot of lights around you, maybe that can help. But other than that, this base model really is all you need. Now, before we get into this video and put the M4 MacBook Pro to the test, I just want to say, like, yo, these last few days, man, it's been a bit of a roller coaster. Like, I've been running all over the place. You know, I've been like buying Christmas gifts and all that stuff. I had to like attend Christmas parties and all that. It's just been kind of hectic. My sleep schedule is like completely, to say the least. But I'm really looking forward to this, starting the year off in the right, mind space, and just starting off in the proper, just in proper way. I want to get back to making videos again. So this is kind of like my oath to you guys watching the video. This is going to be probably my last video of the year. I'm not too sure. I don't think I'm going to be having that much more time to be cooking up other videos, but I'm going to be making this video today on the day in the life M4 MacBook Pro. We're going to get into a day in the life. We'll see how much this MacBook can hold up. I kind of want to compare it to my M1 Pro. Probably going to get to a little bit of work now, handle a few emails, and then we're going to get this day started. So since it's almost the end of the year and we're actually moving into 2025, I think a lot of you guys want to maybe start getting, all of your habits and just kind of getting your overall mindset and focus right back on track. I know me, for the last few days, I've just been all over the place. I haven't really been able to like sit down and focus, and I want to get my sleep schedule back on track, but I also want to be able to get my focus back on track. So if you want to start the year right and get everything back on track for yourself, I suggest trying out the Magic Mind healthness wellness shots. These are actually really, really good. They come in this neat little package, so not only are they portable and you can take them pretty much at any single time of the day, I suggest keeping a consistency, so taking them either always in the morning or always in the evening. Since now I'm going to be working on a few emails, this is going to help me progressively throughout the day. And also, the more you take these regularly every single day, the more you'll see effects on these. So if you want to get yourself back on track for 2025 and start the year right, make sure you check out Magic Mind. I'll have a link down below. It's just like taking shots, but healthy ones. You know what I'm saying? You can never go wrong. I'm going to be grabbing my M1 MacBook Pro, and I actually want to try and just test out the CPU. So I'm going to be running a Geekbench CPU benchmark. So we're going to be testing this M1 Pro. We're going to see how it holds up to the regular M4 chip. Now, naturally, this is an M1 Pro inside of my old MacBook. So yes, it's still really powerful and it still gets the job done. However, I do want to see kind of like, in comparison to like a regular M chip and a Pro chip, what kind of the difference is. We're going to put that to the test. I have Geekbench. I'm going to be running it on both devices, and then we're going to take a closer look at, what exactly is the difference in terms of single core and multi-core. All right, so here we go. We have the M4 MacBook Pro next to the M1 Pro MacBook Pro. So first of all, just like right off the start, before we get into both of these computers, I just want to give you guys kind of like a brightness test overall of the screens, just so you guys can kind of see the difference. Obviously, they're both basically the same. They're not all that different. For sure, one screen is all glossy and just kind of like has that nice premium XDR display. This one is the same. It just has kind of like this matte finish. But overall, the new formula for the MacBook also feels very matte in general. It just really feels different. Like, I'm just going to try and show you guys here kind of what I'm talking about. But this overall, just everything feels very matte. So the finish on the MacBook itself feels matte. The keys feel a little bit more matte. Well, obviously, they're a lot less used than this one, but it just feels very matte. And just obviously with the new screen, it's a little bit different, but this one has a bit of wear and tear. Obviously the keys are a little oily. I've been using the MacBook, but yeah, we're going to be running a CPU benchmark on this. It shouldn't take too long. It should take about like, it usually does a scan of basically all the stuff. It has file compression, PDF renderer, and all that stuff. It's going to take probably like maybe 2-3 minutes. Once it's done, I'll touch base with you guys. We'll check out the numbers and we'll kind of see like the difference in between the performance. All right, so both of the results are now fully done. The CPU benchmarks have been completed. So as you'll see here, I'll give you guys the numbers of the M1 Pro first. You're looking at 2400 for a single core score, 10,000 for multi-core score, which is already freaking good. Like, just this off the bat is really good. I use this computer on a daily. I used to use this every single day, and this thing would crush anything it touched. So it's just still a powerhouse. But if you guys don't have a MacBook yet and you want to get one, then look, just let me show you the numbers here. You're looking at almost double the amount of single core score, and you're looking at an extra 5,000 in terms of multi-core score. That's kind of crazy. When you compare 10,000 to 15,000, and then this is almost at 4,000 compared to like 2.4. It's kind of crazy. Like, overall, just the MacBook chips, the M chips from Apple, the built-in silicon, it's just been crazy. It's just been absolutely amazing ever since they dropped. I think Apple's biggest innovation was really the M1 chip when they released it a few years ago. Ever since then, that was the best thing they've done. It's just been amazing. Every single machine that's seen the light of an M chip has been absolutely fantastic. But before we do all of that, I'm actually getting pretty hungry. It's currently 11 a.m. and I still haven't had any food. I typically don't eat as soon as I wake up, so I wait. We're gonna go make some food. So update, it is currently 12:37 as the time of doing this update. I'm about to head out of the house. I need to get some fresh air. Probably gonna be hitting up like a coffee shop. I'm probably gonna get a car wash and stuff. So yeah, currently the battery life on the MacBook is actually not too bad. If we take a closer look here at the top, you'll see it's currently sitting at 69%, which is actually pretty good. No apps are using significant energy, which is also a good thing. Usually it'll tell you here, like if ever something is like heavy on the battery, it will show you here. Nothing is heavy on the battery at the moment. It's doing good. Alright, so before I head out, I'm going to show you guys the vitamins that I've been rocking with lately. So magnesium is really good for overall like bone health and just like the immune system. This is another one that I've been taking. It's called maca. It's from a Peruvian plant. This is actually pretty good if you guys want to improve your overall like testosterone level, men's health, and vitamin D3. This is like very important, especially in the winter time. You know, you don't get a lot of sun exposure, so you want to be kind of complementing on that. Alright, so update, it's currently about to be noon. I'm about to head out of the house. I actually have my backpack on me and I'm about to bring all of my stuff. I have like my tripod and everything. Kind of feels nice to be back on the vlogging. I have my Gorilla Pod and everything on the camera and everything. I'm gonna bring you guys today with me. It's so foggy outside. I'm gonna try and show you guys real quick, but like it's not that nice outside. But you know what? I mean, it is what it is, you know? Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's a truck full on honking in front, trying to pass through everybody. I think he just managed to pass through. Currently on my way to my boy's house. I'm gonna pick him up real quick and then we're gonna get this day started. Probably gonna get some good eats later. We'll see. There's a fucking... Currently it is 1:54. It's actually 2 p.m. This day is flying by, but like I said, not really in the best mood today. Just kind of feeling a little down, but hopefully we're gonna be able to change that, switch it up around. It's okay sometimes, you know, if you're not in the mood, accept that and then deal with it and then try to see if you can do something about it. So that's what we're gonna do today. Hopefully gonna turn the bit around. What it do later in the day, currently 2:30 p.m. Well, it's just about to be 2:30 p.m. We got the main man Emil behind the camera helping me out right now because I could not be doing this by myself. But yeah, right now we're about to go get some food. I think we've decided on some Indian, but we might check on that. It's just an overall shitty day. Like the weather is ass. Like if you guys have a look around, it's just rainy, it's foggy, you can't even see like 2 meters ahead. But with that said, this is a perfect time. I didn't get to show you guys, but the lights are installed in the whip, you know what I'm saying? We got them a little bit everywhere. We got them in the dashboard and whatnot. So yeah, recent upgrade. Also got them on the doors in the back, as you just saw. Oh, is that right? Ok, c'est tout petit là. First bite, samosas. About to have the first bite of this. I've never tried this actually.
Want like a sauce? Right, I'll check.
got some naan bread, butter chicken, rice, and mango milkshake. Looks pretty fire, I'm not gonna lie. Alright guys, so a little update during the day. It's close to 3 p.m. and the sun is out. It's like, started off so bad today. It was so foggy, we couldn't see anything outside. Now literally the sun is shining bright. The snow is like fully melted. It just makes no sense. But we're about to head to a coffee shop. We're going to be taking a closer look at the MacBook, and we're going to be talking about it a little bit in detail. And yeah, actually we're going to be trying out this new coffee shop. I've never been before, so I guess I'm going to, if it's good, I'm putting you guys on. If not, then I guess I would have taken the bullet for you guys. So we made our way and found this little coffee shop, which was actually pretty quiet. We went to another one before and it was so packed. I want to point out that I really love this M4 MacBook Pro. It's really nice. I also love the nano texture display you'll see in this coffee shop. It wasn't exactly the most bright place in the world, so naturally the screen wasn't tested, but it was really nice because I had a window behind me and there was no reflections. I was able to get my work done in peace without getting distracted by the light from outside. It really does have all the ports you need, USB-Cs and audio jack. So if you are a content creator or you plan on using this laptop for a bunch of versatile things, this is the one for you. So we are back home. Currently it's 6:10 p.m. What I'm going to be doing is I'm actually going to sit down and chill a little bit for the time being, and I think I'm probably going to chill for the rest of the night. I actually got really hot, so I took off my hoodie. But yeah, so what I'm going to be doing now is actually we're going to get into me editing a little bit. I'm going to look at the pictures I took for this video's thumbnail, and I'm actually going to work on the MacBook, and I'm going to edit them in Lightroom and then afterwards in Photoshop. This is going to be a really simple process. It's going to be, you know, super easy. We're gonna be looking at this. I'm actually pretty excited to see how it's gonna work with this new MacBook because it's really powerful. I know I pointed this out earlier, but like, man, the condensation on this MacBook is absolutely atrocious. I really don't like the fact that it gathers all of this fingerprints in the first place, and then look, this right here, like, this is absolutely atrocious, like a giant sweat mark. I mean, you can't always win, but like, damn, I wish it didn't have all of this. So one of the best parts about the MacBook is obviously the extension and the addition of ports. So as you'll see here, SD card built in is like an absolute lifesaver. This thing, I use this all the time. It's just an absolute lifesaver. So for here, I'm gonna collect OK, and then we're gonna get into the workflow. I'm actually gonna use my SD card, and we're gonna be able to access all of my pictures that I took earlier today and see which one I'm rocking with the best. Alright, so update, it's currently later in the evening. It is currently 10 p.m. So we're about to wrap the day up. It's going to be a shorter one today just because of the simple fact that I need to catch up on some sleep. But currently the MacBook is sitting at a pretty good battery health. We're looking at 25%. I've actually used it a lot, pretty much throughout the whole day extensively. You know, I've had it on pretty high brightness. I've been working on like the thumbnail for this video, and you know, just been working on a lot of stuff. So it's been holding up really well. Performance wise, it's been doing really good. Now since it's moving closer to 10:30 p.m., what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be resting for the night. I'm gonna go ahead and take a shower and relax and cool down for the night, and that's gonna be it for the day in the life. I really like this new MacBook Pro, and I really do feel like just getting the M4, the base model, is all you need. It's so powerful, and as we saw at the beginning of the video, the Geekbench score really does not lie. The numbers are there, they're powerful. It's just good. Like, you really don't need more. Like, the base model for the M4 MacBook Pro is just all you need. Sure, if you're feeling a little bit fancy and you want to ball out, go ahead, get the M4 Pro. It's gonna last you so long in the long run. But even this is gonna be amazing. You're gonna get like 4 or 5, maybe even 6 years of performance out of this. The new M chips from Apple are just the best. So they're really the best. And like I said, even my old MacBook up until this point, M1 Pro, has been holding up freaking amazing. It's been like, it still exports like 10-20 minute videos in 4K, probably like in like what, under 10 minutes. It's crazy fast. So you really don't need to spend all that money on the fancy like $4,000 MacBooks. So yeah, get the base model. They're just my recommendation, and it's just what I think is best for the majority of people.